Hey there, and welcome to Real Brides. This is the podcast where we sit down with recently married brides to talk all things wedding, with real advice from brides who have been there, done that, and want to help you do it better.
I'm Rosana with Shotwell Productions, New Jersey's highest rated photography and videography company.
Let's dive in. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Real Brides podcast. I'm Rosana, and today I'm here with Emily.
Hi, everybody.
You got married at Clark's Landing Yacht Club in November. How has it been going?
Everything's been going great.
Awesome. Today, I want to talk to you about communication with your vendors, because I know we had an interesting start. You had reached out to us. We are personally on the preferred vendors list at Clark's Landing Yacht Club. So usually that's where most of our brides come from. And you had contacted us, and then you kind of ghosted us. Like, we kind of lost communication with you. And we were like, oh, I don't know, maybe she found someone else. And then you reappeared, and we're like, oh, hey, welcome back, Emily. And you were like, just kidding. I'll be right back. And then you did circle back around again with us, and we did end up booking you.
Yes. First of all, I just want to say I am so sorry for doing that.
No need to apologize whatsoever. It ended up working out. It was great.
So one thing I would like to say is my brain is very chaotic, and half the time I don't even know like who I'm communicating with. And but it's funny because recently I did start ADHD medication, and I, been working with my therapist on the possibility of being neurodivergent. So I'm really trying to work on getting my thoughts together and like thinking about like who I have to contact, and like, so my wedding planning process was very chaotic because like be one time I'd be thinking about one thing and, completely have a different total thought and a different topic. So then I'd have to like start doing that. And then it would just like, it's like a ping pong game, like we're just going in different directions. So that's not all brides. I mean, it might be that's how neurodivergent brides act, but I definitely have issues with remembering to continue to have conversations and just like continuing like my thoughts and, actually telling people, hey, let me get back to you.
Now, do you think it was a little harder for you because obviously it's after the wedding, you've discovered through a therapist that medication would probably help you, but like at the time, did you have any idea that you could be on the neurodivergent scale in any place? And do you feel like, it sounds like it made it a little hard for you?
It made it so hard. And, right now I'm kind of in a place where I'm like, wow, I pretended for so long that I was normal or like neurotypical. I definitely now thinking back, like I probably like made my life so much harder by, doing stuff like not following up with you guys and like ghosting you guys for a bit and like things like that, not like there are times when like I had really strong ideas and then I kind of just let them go. And it's funny because one thing that I remember, one thought I had a while ago was like, oh, I really want to take pictures in the library. And that never happened because I never said it out loud. And I'm also coming to terms that having ADHD is a lot of internal thoughts that don't make it out of my mouth.
That's interesting that you say that because, I mean, if we had spoken about it, it would have happened.
I know. If the thought had left my mouth, it would have happened.
It's true. And I feel like we lost communication with you a couple of times, which was totally fine. We have a process where we just kind of like keep reaching out, and maybe in part of that process, you were probably like, "Oh yeah, I have to reach back out," um, which also could mean like that's a thought and it doesn't actually happen. But once we got you signed and you were ready to go, you had like lots of ideas. We did an engagement shoot for you. You knew exactly where you wanted to be and like where you wanted to go when we were there. We had a great time. Do you want to share like where we did your engagement session?
Yes, we did at Seaside, Seaside Boardwalk.
Yeah.
It is where my husband and I, it was the place where he asked me to be his girlfriend. And then a few weeks later, he took me there and told me he loved me for the first time. So it's a very special place to us. So we wanted to do it on the boardwalk. We went to a few of our favorite bars, and there was one bar that I know we went to, and the first time we had ever gone there, I'm a big fan of Pink Whitney, and they had this novelty sized like bottle of Pink Whitney, and that's why I always wanted to go there, is because they served Pink Whitney. They had this like Pink Whitney bottle that I was like enamored by, and they wouldn't let us buy it off them because we did try.
And then, we got you signed. We were all good. And it's kind of our job it probably worked out best for you, but it's our job as a vendor to continue the conversation. And so we would reach out to you, and you were really good after that. So I think that we had a good time. I'm glad that you ghosted us at first and made us like, right? It made me like want you more.
Oh, I'm very happy. I'm happy with the product. But also I keep realizing like, me and my husband never sat down, looked at pictures, looked at all that. And I know I'm just so bad at like remembering to do stuff.
Don't worry about it. I'm a photographer. My husband and I, we still haven't sat down and really looked at every single photo that was taken for our wedding too. So you're not alone in that. I stand with you in solidarity. That's awesome. Well, this has been a great conversation, Emily. Thank you so much for being on our podcast.
Of course.
So our viewers will really appreciate your insights. So thank you so much.
This is it for this episode of Real Brides. If you found something helpful, make sure to follow, subscribe, or share it with someone who is planning their I do. We have new episodes every week packed with more real talk from real brides. No filters, just facts. Thanks for listening, and happy planning.